2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. This is not your love reading. This is your relationship and singles reading. Sorry about that. I don't know why. Once again, I don't know. I was almost tempted to say this was your July reading. Maybe because you're Cancer and I was getting your birthdays all confused. But this is your March relationship reading. So welcome to my channel. Whether this is your first time here or your return viewer, I want to say thank you and welcome, okay? This reading is going to focus on you and a specific person that you're in a relationship with, okay? Whether it's your current partner or someone that you have on your mind, this is going to basically break down the energy between the two of you, what you're thinking rationally, what they're thinking, what you're feeling, what they're feeling, and what you're exhibiting and what they're exhibiting, okay? What they're showing, what you're showing each other. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. The first card I'm going to pull represents the energy between the two of you, what your situation currently is. And we get the Three of Swords, okay? So the Three of Swords indicates a situation where there's some disappointment here, okay? I mean, besides the obvious heartbreak, betrayal, you know, it could also just be secrets, the truth about to come out. This could be an argument with strong words that's left kind of like a bad feeling between the two of you. This is also a struggle between the mind and the heart, right? This is one of those situations where maybe mentally you may know that a situation is not the best for you, but your heart is connected to the person. Your feelings are engaged, or you have some type of sentimental attachment to the person or the relationship. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the cards for the both of you and see what comes out, okay? This is going to be their energy, Cancer, and then this is going to be your energy here, all right? So right now, the first card I'm going to pull for their energy is going to be what they're thinking rationally. And we get the Page of Wands, okay? Next card is going to represent what they are feeling or what their emotions are. And we get the Emperor in reverse, okay? Page of Wands is in reverse also. And then when we get their external position or what they're showing us, and we get the Seven of Cups in reverse, okay? So this is actually a good card to get in the reverse, if there is such a thing. Next card I'm going to pull is your external stance, Cancer. What you're showing, we get the Ten of Swords. Next card represents what you're feeling emotionally. We get Justice in reverse. And the next card represents what you think rationally of the situation. And we got the Ten of Pentacles, okay? And so as I go, I'll pull clarifiers for each position, okay? Now, for their energy with the Page of Wands, we'll start with them, okay? The Page of Wands can represent someone who's being a little bit immature, okay? They're lacking the spark, or they feel like the spark is missing in this situation, okay? They may be confused or indecisive about the relationship, possibly struggling with committing to the situation, okay? Whether you guys are in a commitment or not, these are the issues that this person is struggling with. This is what they're thinking. The next card now, we move on to the Emperor. Oh, actually, no, let me go ahead. Every video, I do this different for some reason. Okay, so they are struggling. They're struggling with the commitment and the spark, feel like something's missing. They may not have the most mature attitude towards the situation, okay? There's some type of stagnation here. They feel like, you know, things are kind of stagnant. You, Cancer, you are focused on the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is about security. And I mean, you wouldn't be a Cancer if you were not focused on security, right? You're like, look, I'm focused on the security of this situation. You know, it's like you are focused on keeping a family together. You want things to go the distance, okay? You're concerned about the obligations. So for you, it's not so much that your emotions are engaged. Now, also with the Ten of Cups, I know a lot of people, I mean, sorry, it's not the Ten of Cups, it's the Ten of Pentacles. So I was going to say, it's not really about emotions for you, right? Now, if you notice, with the artwork of this card, the pentacles, right, are basically blocking this couple, right? That represents the commitment, but in some cases that can also represent feeling trapped. Okay, you're trapped within this obligation. You're trapped by your obligations. You're trapped by the commitment. So the reason why I point that out is only because of this Three of Swords here. Okay, this Three of Swords means that there's a lot of disharmony going on between the two of you, okay? And the other person, they are affected by it. And you, whether you're affected by it or not, your focus, your thoughts are focused on the security of the situation and making things happen, making sure that you guys stay together. Hold on one second, guys. So it seems like, you know, the two of you are in slightly different places because you are a little bit more, you know, especially if you're in a marriage, okay? If you are already in a marriage, then you're under that belief like, look, we're already married. Things happen, you know? I'm not going to focus on the disappointments. I'm not going to focus on the heartbreak. I'm going to focus on the fact that we're in this for the long run. So let's get back to that. Where, you know, this person over here, they seem to be a little less able to focus on the obligations. They're more focused on what they feel like is missing or what's missing for them in order for them to feel engaged. And once again, you know, this could be a situation, maybe this person is younger than you, but if it's not that they're younger than you, they just have, their attitude is a little bit less mature than yours in this situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pull a clarifier for their position. And we get the Hermit in reverse, okay? So there's some dissatisfaction here, okay? Or unsatisfaction, however you want to say it. With the Hermit in reverse, it's about them, you know, wanting to withdraw from the situation, but not necessarily being able to. Once again, like I said, especially if you're in a commitment, they're just not able to take that time away, or they feel like they're not able to take the time away in the space that they need in the situation, but they desperately want to because they are confused, okay? They are confused by the situation. For some, they may be also even thinking about someone from the past, okay? Because we can't ignore the fact that the Page of Wands can indicate a tendency towards cheating, okay? So there may be someone from the past that they are thinking about, okay? We go ahead and clarify your position of the Ten of Pentacles, Cancer, and we get the Eight of Pentacles. So you're definitely grounded. You are like, look, let's workus. You're You're focused on wanting to. I'm sorry. I do that all the time. I smash words together. I don't like to say I have a slight speech impediment because some people are like, no, you don't. But there's certain words, certain letters that, you know, if they come together, I have a very difficult time pronouncing them. Like, I laugh all the time because my favorite basketball player at the moment, right, is Russell Westbrook. Do you see how slowly I have to say that? Because if I say that any faster, I sound like Bugs Bunny and his name comes out Russell Westbrook, okay? So I laugh sometimes because I jam words together all the time. I think it's just because the thoughts in my mind are just moving so fast. All right, so back to your reading. Cancer, you're focused, okay? You're focused, you're grounded. You know that it's going to take hard work to make this situation work, okay? So you, like I said, once again, your thoughts, okay, are not focused on the disappointments that this relationship has suffered. Whereas your partner, their thoughts are basically all over the place, okay? Their emotions are also all over the place because with the Emperor in reverse in their emotional position, they almost, it's like their emotions are overtaking their logic, okay? They are easily distracted. They may not be as organized as you are, Cancer. They're also having, like, you know, not the most positive thoughts and feelings towards this relationship. So for them, you know, it's almost like the hurt, wherever this direction is coming from, whether it's about disappointments or arguments or it's about the love triangle, whatever it is affects them. It seems to affect them in a very, affects them in a way that leaves them unbalanced, okay? So let me go ahead and pull a clarifier for their emotional position, and we get the Eight of Swords. So this is also someone who feels trapped, okay? The Eight of Swords is someone who feels trapped. The Eight of Swords is about power struggles. They feel anxious. They may also even feel restricted by you, and that can definitely be seen here with this Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse does not have any control in a situation. Okay, the Emperor in the upright is all about control, but the Emperor in reverse is no control. There's a lack of control there. So this person may ultimately feel that maybe you are the one that is controlling them, okay? Let's go ahead and now clarify your position. Well, no, let's not clarify. Let's get to your position. All right, so you have the Justice in reverse, okay? So with Justice in reverse, you're emotionally feeling like things are not fair. You recognize that there's an imbalance, okay? But you are also feeling the hurt in this situation. Okay, you're also feeling the hurt. And the thing with the Justice in reverse, though, is that you're somehow not seeing your partner in an accurate light. Okay, so, and I think that looking at what your thought process are, I think because you're so focused on the relationship longevity and making things work and the stability and security of the situation and your obligations, I think you're totally missing the fact that this person is kind of withdrawing. They're slightly pulling away. They're not 100% engaged with you. Okay? I think that's not connecting with you because you're really not seeing them. You're just focused on the relationship. But emotionally you are feeling some sort of hurt, okay? So it could be a situation, maybe you were hurt, maybe they hurt you, especially if they are imbalanced and if they are thinking thoughts about someone else or cheating or whatever the case may be. You're hurt, Cancer, but you, as a true Cancer, you're not ready to just dash the situation away. And if it's a situation where there is a commitment or you have children or you have a family, you feel bound to that commitment. And so therefore you're going to work through that commitment, where I don't think this other person has that same level of dependability as you do. But you're feeling the hurt, okay? Because Justice in reverse is about feeling hurt in a situation, not being able to get over this hurt sometimes. All right? And let me go ahead and clarify this position now. We got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So the Nine of Pentacles is you're not satisfied, okay? And you're not feeling loved. You're not feeling loved by your partner. You're feeling a lack of love. You're possibly even feeling like you made a mistake, okay? And you may, whether you're not thinking about it, emotionally, I think you are feeling that your partner might be pulling away from you. Okay. Now, if this is a situation where there isn't a commitment, but that's what you're focused on, it's like you're working towards getting this relationship to a commitment phase because you're unhappy with being single, okay? That's going to work for my singles. You're unhappy with being single, okay? You don't think it's fair that you've been with this person. Maybe you guys have been together for a long time and you feel like it's just time, okay? Because you are unhappy in this state. For some, this can also, maybe you've been in a situation with somebody who, you've been the other outside person and you're tired of that now, okay? You're unhappy with that circumstance. You feel like it's not fair once again, but you feel like you are willing and ready to work towards this commitment where this other person, they're not there yet, okay? And for whatever reason, they're kind of feeling a little bit trapped by this situation. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to their external stance with the Seven of Cups. Okay, so the Seven of Cups in reverse is about being realistic. Okay, the Seven of Cups in reverse is about gaining control and direction. So where emotionally they feel out of control, what they're trying to show you is that they are in control of the situation, or they're trying to gain control. All right, they're trying to decide. They're making a decision about what they want to do. Are they going to stay? Are they going to go? They're going to make it work. They're trying to be more realistic about things. Okay, clarify that position. We've got the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, yes, you see that card and it is about walking away. Okay, generally when you see the Eight of Cups, they're moving away from the situation. But this can also indicate moving away from illusions, leaving behaviors and habits behind, especially if they equate to unhappiness. Anything that makes you unhappy, you're moving away from it. Okay, so you either have a situation where this person, even though their thoughts are uncertain and their emotions are uncertain, they're acting like they're moving away from these negative thoughts and emotions, or they're possibly even moving away from this relationship. Okay, your external stance, Cancer, ten of Swords. You are exhibiting how do I say it? It's like, with the Ten of Swords, you're almost like beating a dead horse, okay? It's like discussing the same issues over and over. You feel like you've been a victim. This is what you're showing, okay? You're showing that you've been hurt, you've been stabbed in the back. So maybe this Three of Swords is a situation where you were the one that was hurt, Cancer, okay? You were hurt, and you're letting it be known that you were hurt. But you're overdoing it. You're just constantly driving home the fact that this person hurt you and you've been hurt and this is how you feel. And, what can they do? What can they do, right? And what you're showing and what you're thinking is really not matching, because if you've been so hurt and if you've been so betrayed and if you feel like a victim in the situation, right, then how come you're up here fighting so hard to make it work? Okay, now, like I said, if you're in a commitment, that makes sense, because it's a commitment. You guys have obligations that you can't afford to walk away from, and to you, that's more important than anything else. You're putting this above your feelings. You're putting your family above what you're feeling and what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing, okay? Your focus is on the long term, okay? But the person that you're with, they are a little bit more, it seems like, even though they may not be as focused as you are, they are more realistic about the fact that you cannot stay in this type of state forever. Okay, you cannot live and emotionally survive in the Three of Swords type of a situation. Okay, so maybe, focus more on how to get past that, or how to move forward from this, versus focusing on what you need to do to stay together. Because this person is not, neither one of you seem to be very happy. It's just that their level of unhappiness seems to go a lot deeper. They may be more sensitive than you, Cancer. They may be not what you're looking for, but at the same time, or there may be, like, maybe you guys are not the most compatible, but at the same time, you are fixated on staying in the situation, where I think sometimes maybe they fantasize, or they had been fantasizing about leaving. So maybe what they think and what they do is just not the same. Right? So it's like, maybe this is where you guys come together, right? You're thinking about staying together, and then they work on the action of trying to move away from these thoughts of, of cheating, and these thoughts of people from the past, or wanting to withdraw from the situation, right? Even though this is what they're thinking, and even though they're feeling trapped in the situation, it's almost like you have two sides here. You have the ones that are leaving because they realize that they can't stay here, but then you have the other ones who are just trying to correct their behavior, because if they are the ones that are responsible for hurting you, then they're trying to correct. Ooh, all my cards just flying away. They're trying to correct whatever behavior they did, or whatever they did to contribute to the unhappiness of the situation. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and clarify your external stance. And we get the Magician, right? So it's almost like, you're playing the victim, but at the same time, you're like, but we can make this work. I can make this, I can make anything happen. Yeah, I've been hurt. And I'm going to let you know I've been hurt. And I'm going to let you know how upset I am about being hurt. But at the same time, I'm going to get what I want out of this situation. I'm going to get my way. And I'm going to somehow convince you, right, that this is what we should do. Or I'm somehow going to figure out how to get my way, period, in the situation. Okay? Now, the magician is very masculine energy. Okay? So if you're a male, this is you being very dynamic and powerful in your position and powerful about what you want. So if this is a commitment, then you're being very powerful. You're able to basically manifest this commitment, right? That's what your focus is on, right? If you're a female, or if you're a female Cancer, then this is showing that you may be a little bit aggressive right now. Your energy that's flowing through you may be a little bit more masculine right now. Your masculine energy is at the forefront. So yes, you are also powerful and dynamic, but it may be to the point where you are basically well, it's almost like you're with this. I'm just looking at the cards. Okay, this is just based on what I'm seeing. This person over here feels like they have no control or no power in the situation. Okay, because you have all the control and the power over here. It's all about you. You know, you're the most solid one. So because you are the more solid and grounded one, I feel like you're taking control, and everything is about what you think, what you feel, what you want to do. And this person's just over here trying to figure out, like, how do I survive? What do I do in this situation? Okay. And like I said, it's 50-50 at the bottom. You either have the ones that are just like, look, I can't make it. I can't do it. I can't be what you want. I can't survive in this type of situation. You know, I can't put the security and dependability over the fact that I'm unhappy emotionally. And then you have the others that are like, you know what? Yes, I know I caused this situation, and I'm going to try to be a better person. I'm going to move away from anything that I've done that will cause us to be in an unhappy situation. All right, Cancer. So that is your relationship reading for March 2018. If you have any questions or concerns about this reading, if it resonated and you just want a little bit more information, feel free to go ahead and email me, Divine Love Tarot. You can also get a reading of, no, not a free reading, but you can also get a reading that's more personalized to you and your situation. Because I understand not everything that came out here is going to apply to you. It might and it might not. Only some parts might, okay? Now, for my singles, I'm going to pull 4 cards. And these cards are going to focus on some key elements of of your love life, okay? And the fact that you're single and what maybe you could do to rectify that. So the first card represents what you expect, okay, or what you feel like you deserve. And we get the Knight of Cups, okay? So, you know, the Knight of Cups is someone who's very romantic, or the Knight of Cups represents romance, okay? The Knight of Cups is, you know, they're emotional. The Knight of Cups is attractive. They can be seen as someone who's kind of like the Casanova type, very charming, you know, very romantic, really knows how to just pull you in, right? Get you there emotionally. The thing with the Knight of Cups, though, is sometimes they have a tendency to be in love with love itself and not necessarily the person, okay? They can be serial relationship people. They just move from one relationship to the next relationship because they're all about the feelings at the beginning of a relationship, but not necessarily about the longevity or making it work, right? So this, to me, I feel like it kind of ties in with the reading that we had where, yeah, once you get into a relationship, you're about making it work, but you seem to be in a situation with someone who is the Page of Wands reversed where, you know, the things don't go their way or things are not working out and they start looking for an exit or they just want to withdraw completely until they get their feelings under control, okay? So that's what comes with the Knight of Cups. It's not the King of Cups, right? It's not a king, they're a knight. And knights are a lot less reliable than a king. Okay, so why is it that you feel you deserve the Knight of Cups over the King of Cups? Because, I mean, this is your suit, right? Cups represents water signs. So as a water sign, you would think that, you know, you would feel like you deserve the King of Cups. Why do you feel like you deserve the Knight of Cups? And we get the High Priestess. So the High Priestess can indicate that, you like people who are mysterious, and you may be attracted to people who are hard to get. Okay, because the High Priestess represents someone who is very attractive. Yes, very attractive, even very sexually alluring. Um, but they're very intuitive. They're very in touch and in tune with their own feelings, and possibly they know where they stand with you at all times, but they're not necessarily someone who feels like they need to be bound within a relationship. So the High Priestess, unless you are like the Magician or the Hierophant or someone like that, the High Priestess is not necessarily someone that it's going to be easy for you to be in a relationship with, or grab, to lock down or tie down in the kind of committed relationship that Cancers tend to want, right? Now, what have you been getting in your relationships? And we get the Six of Cups, right? So the Six of Cups is all about mystery, all right? But the Six of Cups can also represent maybe you tend to have a tendency to have lovers from the past return to you, because you do connect with them on emotional and an intuitive level, right? There is a lot of emotion and mystery and romance here, and that can be kind of addictive, So I can see where people from the past will come back for that over and over again. The Six of Cups can also indicate maybe you just cultivate relationships with people that you've grown up with, okay? People, yeah, they're from the past, but not necessarily that you've dated them from the past. It's like you kind of stick to people who you've known since you were a child. You may also attract a lot of people who already have children or who already have their own situations, okay? Now, what this also can indicate is that you attract a lot of karmic relationships, right? And that's the High Priestess energy, right? The High Priestess is calling in intuitively, attracting you to those people that you have those soul ties and soul connections with, okay? Now, there's not necessarily anything wrong or bad about anything. I think these are the most positive cards I have pulled in this part of the reading since I've been doing it. But you are still single. So at the end of the day, we're trying to figure out, okay, well, what do we need to do to move from being single to being in a relationship? And we got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse can be telling us two things. It can be telling you that you might benefit from a person who's a little bit less mysterious, but can handle you, okay? Because if you have this High Priestess energy, if you are the person who is hard to get, Cancer, right, then the Knight of Cups cannot get and maintain the High Priestess. Not possible. You might entertain someone who's the Knight of Cups, but at the end of the day, that is not the person that is going to be with you in the long run, right? Now, if you go for someone who's a little bit more a person who's a little bit more grounded, okay? Because pentacles represent being grounded and stable, right? So, like, I feel like the Six of Pentacles, someone's a little bit more controlling, like someone like the Emperor. You need someone who is more matched with you, because this is the ultimate feminine energy, all right? So male or female, you would need the ultimate opposite of that, right? You would need someone who was very masculine. And so it's almost like a balanced situation. You need someone who's more balanced in order to match you. Now, also with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, you need to maybe possibly stop trying to control people and stop trying to be so dominating in your relationships, okay? The Six of Pentacles in reverse is about serious imbalance. It's about someone who is holding all the control and all the reign in a relationship. So it's one of two. Either you're attracted to people who try to control you, or you are trying to control all the people that you are in a relationship with. And just a little bit of balance will go a long way into, giving you more long-term committed relationships. All right, Cancer. So that has been your relationship reading for the month of March 2018. I hope that resonated. And like I said, if you want more information, contact me for free for a reading, a personal reading. I don't know what free is. You know what I did? And I have to do a video because I don't think everyone knows that every month I offer a free reading through my Patreon subscriptions. Okay, so if you sign up for Patreon and you are a donator, you become entered. I enter you into a pool, and at the end of the month, I pick from the subscribers someone to get a free reading. I just did the free reading, and I'm still working on it. So I think that's why free keeps coming out. But yeah, if you want to win a free reading, you can go on over to my Patreon site and see the different levels that I have to offer. And if you see something that you like, I think I have something entries for as low as like is it either $1 or $5 subscription, and then you'll get entered into receiving you get entered into the contest for a free reading. And then I also have like levels where you can get the you can get access to all the extended readings for each month. So just check it out and see what I've got over there. If you're interested, you see something you like, you go ahead and sign up. All right, Cancer. So I hope this reading resonated, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your March. Bye, guys.